Hey guys, welcome to Offshoot Comics Off Topic. We're your host, Kirby
And
Kid,
Black Superman.
also known as David Klein.
And Walter Bryant.
Today we're talking about Thor Ragnarok.
Yep. Now, it was funny. It was beautiful. There wasn't a whole lot of sadness to it. And what little bit of sadness was to it was still funny.
And it was 4 days ago, so you should have seen it. So, spoilers everywhere, whole time. So, I mean, first thing I have to say about this movie is that it didn't fall prey to what a lot of movies are falling prey to right now, which is where they show you everything in the trailers. This time, they left out details in those scenes, which, you know, like for one, Thor having one eye, which I thought was really impactful, because they show that exact scene in the commercials, but
both eyes are lit.
Yeah, both eyes are lit. You didn't just see one eye gouged out. You know, so I thought that was pretty cool.
As a matter of fact, like I actually looked at a promotional photo of that same scene, and both eyes are there in that promotional photo. You can see like they had done a little bit of altering to it because there's a mark underneath the eye, and you can tell where it was, but it's gone. Also, like with Doctor Strange, they, you know, in his movie they pointed that out, but then like it's been a couple years since the Doctor Strange movie. So you sort of forget that was going on, and then Doctor Strange pops up almost at the beginning of this movie,
right?
And you know,
they saved money with that because that was the exact same scene from the last time. The only difference was they had this little teleporting thing that Strange kept doing, which shows that he's advanced. Plus, he's wearing the Eye of Agamotto now, so you know that means he's ready. Also, you shouldn't be wearing an Infinity Stone.
He doesn't know it's an Infinity Stone.
He was told that at the end of Strange. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's right. He was. He's
like, yeah, don't walk around with an Infinity Stone around your neck. He's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's the exact opposite thing. What is this? I mean, Doctor Strange and the Eye of Agamotto, like you expect him to be walking around with it.
Yeah, not now that it's the Time Stone.
Well,
anyways, so Hulk was great in this movie. I love the fact that they acknowledged that Hulk was not ever controlled. Hulk was there because Hulk wanted to be there, which I thought was funny. But then, you know, we had Banner being locked away for 2 years in Hulk's head. They were on the planet of Sakaar. Meep and Korg were there, and as you've seen from the commercials, Korg talks like this the whole movie.
Yeah, Korg was a little funny to me.
Yeah,
because you know, like we have the Planet Hulk DVD,
right?
And on the Planet Hulk DVD, he sounds like Michael Clark Duncan,
right?
You know, and so then when you get this little like Nancy boy type voice there, and he's really, not effeminate, but he's just kind of
he's laid back. He's like, hey guys, we're gonna take the ship and go home. You want to come? Like, never asking, are you a bad guy? Are you a good guy? Just, you want to come? It's like, Korg, get it together, Korg. Get it all together.
Like, you know, I like the part where the Valkyrie shows up and she's like, here's a present for Thor, and he gets like, oh, revolution.
Yeah, it's like revolution. You know, I liked Valkyrie. She was kind of cool. I'm glad it didn't take them too much more to get her back on the right side. You know, her being Asgardian and all.
Yeah, but she's still drinking.
She's still. Yeah, oh no, she said, "Oh yeah, I'm still drinking." That's still happening, but I will come back and save some people. I thought it was cool that spoiler alert, they broke the cycle of Ragnarok. But though, like, I'm pretty sure though
they actually summoned down Ragnarok.
Like they brought down Surtur to take out Hela, because Hela was first great Marvel villain we've had in a long time.
First great Marvel villain we've had, period.
All the good ones are Asgardian. I like Loki.
No. Well, yeah, Loki's good.
Right.
But like for all the rest of them,
but Hela was scary. Loki was funny. Hela was scary because she was just murdering people. And then and the thing is, unlike other Marvel movies, at no point did they ever stand a chance. At no point there was no overcoming, even when he had his god power. It was just, by the way, the hammer was holding his power, not his power, but whatever. So. But there was no point of them ever. There's no point where they could overcome her. So they brought down Surtur to destroy Asgard and her. Now, yeah. I'm pretty sure that means Surtur is out there floating around in space.
Well, yeah, because he's got the eternal flame, so he's actually just he's floating around in space, but he's floating around in space as himself.
Right.
But you know, it's funny because like they sort of alluded to the fact that since Thor's power comes from Asgard also,
right,
that he could have ascended to Hela's level of power,
given time,
but he was nowhere near it, and he wasn't going to get near it anywhere soon enough to win this fight.
Also, with Asgard being gone,
No, Asgard is the people. So
no,
now he's drawing his powers from the people.
that's stupid.
It is, isn't it?
That's dumb because they're massively weaker than he is. But also, like, so I guess Asgard's a planet, right? Not a realm.
It was a.
Because they left on a spaceship,
It
now
wasn't,
they're in regular space.
It wasn't even really a planet. It looked to be like
a flat piece of land.
Yeah, like a skiff or something that had.
Right, but whatever, I guess. But no, yeah, I love that they couldn't beat Hela, and I love how when they summoned Surtur, um, they're like, okay, good. We'll just let Surtur do his job. Just no one attack him, and the Hulk's like, smash! And he attacks Surtur, and they're like, no, Hulk, don't smash! And then Hulk's like, but giant monster, like. He was genuinely confused.
Which leaves me with a couple of questions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one. Was Thor really afraid that the Hulk could stop Surtur?
I think he was.
I think he was.
He was.
Yes. Which then goes, is that the reason why why the Hulk was never given a shot at Hela?
Because he would have been able to beat Hela.
Because, like, if we're trying to put her as this unstoppable force, and she's an unstoppable force, like, the entire movie, there's nothing that stops her. But the Marvel higher-ups made sure she never fought the Hulk.
That's right. They kept him clear because Thor can get tired. Thor can get demoralized. Thor can be beaten. That will never happen to the Hulk. He will keep fighting long past reason. Mm-hmm. And all of Hela's powers that we saw were all solid, smashable things.
Yeah, and now what? And her powers coming from Asgard. That's still finite.
Yeah, Hulk isn't. And as we saw, Hulk's first hit on Surtur went through. Mm-hmm. Surtur's head moved.
Yeah, Surtur was going to go down.
Yeah, and Surtur didn't ignore Hulk. He threw Hulk off. You don't do that to things that are insignificant.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was kind of cool that they understood. You know, like while Thor and Hulk might be a good matchup because of the nature of their powers and stuff, Hulk would have murdered Hela. It would have been very one-sided.
Yeah, and like, you know, the fight that the Hulk had with Thor in the Coliseum, the Hulk doesn't really hate Thor.
Right.
So that fight was never going to be the full-out Hulk versus Thor.
Right.
And then also, Thor surprised the Hulk with power that the Hulk didn't realize that Thor had without that hammer.
But Hulk wasn't down for the count, though.
No. Hulk would have taken him.
Hulk just likes the fight with Thor. Mm-hmm. That's what he just likes, the fact that we get to fight. I have someone who I can hit as hard as I want, and they keep getting back up. If he's going after an enemy,
he'd have killed him.
He would have killed him. He would have bit Hela's head off. Which I thought, I thought that was a pretty good attention to detail.
Yeah, and then also when Thor was getting ready to leave on the Quinjet, and then the Hulk shows up and he like rips the Quinjet apart. He's like, "No, my friend, don't leave." And I was like,
right.
No,
friend, no leave, Hulk.
A lot of our listeners understand this, but a few people probably don't. The Hulk, in and of himself, is aspects of Banner growing up.
Right.
So
it's the rage he felt when he saw his father kill his mother. That's why he talks like a 3-year-old, because he was 3.
Yeah, and so what you basically got here was a progression from 3-year-old Hulk to 5-year-old Hulk.
Right.
So he understands things like friendship. He's talking in full sentences now. Right. And so when Thor is like, "Okay, well, you stay here where you're happy. I'm going to leave." By the Hulk was like, "No,
I'll come with you." Oh, and I love when he was talking to Hulk. He's like, I don't even like the Banner guy. Like, he's always about science, and then when he's talking to Banner, he's like, I don't even like the Hulk. He's always smashing. And like Thor, Chris Hemsworth. If you ever hear this, you were on point that whole movie.
Yeah,
it was great. And Loki was Tom Hiddleston was great. When he saw Hulk come out, he was getting ready to cry. I'm pretty sure he crapped himself.
Oh yeah,
like it was bad. Like he's like, I have to get off this planet. But the best part, though,
when Thor gets smashed back and forth like
exactly like Loki, and Loki stands up. Like it's all quiet, and Loki stands up and goes, "Yeah, that's how it felt." And that's a callback to 5 years ago. I love that. That was hilarious.
It was. I mean, this movie is really, really good. Like, one of my favorite scenes actually is at the very beginning when Thor was supposedly captured,
Mm.
and
Oh yeah,
Surtur's got him,
the chain was spinning
and he
around.
keeps spinning around on the chain, and
He's like, wait, wait, hold on, come back around. He's like, I'm not even moving. This is just happening on its own. I'm sorry.
like, he keeps telling Surtur to stop talking while he's not looking. I
Right.
love that whole gag was funny.
And I thought it was cool when he landed on that other planet, and he got a fight, and his first instinct was to call Mjolnir, and
And
nothing
yeah,
came. He's
nothing
like,
happened.
oh yeah, that's right. Also, real quick, people who go to theaters, when you see a scene that's been on the trailers for like 35 million years, and you see it on the big screen, please don't act surprised. When Thor's hammer got destroyed, everyone's like, "Oh, no! You saw it already!" Also, though, they should not have shown that scene in trailers.
They shouldn't have.
That
It
should have been a surprise.
But since it wasn't a surprise, and I think I even said it while we're sitting in the theater. I was like, "Did you people not watch the trailer?"
I was mad. I get mad every time it happens. Every time they react to things that were in the trailer, I'm like, no.
And speaking of trailers and things that people shouldn't be reacting, okay, look, Marvel movies, people, when they end,
Stay.
you stay.
Now, there's two end credit scenes. One is important. The other one is garbage. You only need to stay for the first one, which was a ship that is probably Thanos' ship pops up, because I think Loki stole the Tesseract, which is going to end up having one of the gems inside of it, probably.
Yeah, and we are pushing towards Infinity War.
Right.
Finally.
You know Loki stole the Tesseract.
Of course he did.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, we saw the gauntlet again, and Hela mentioned that it was fake.
Which makes total sense because
Thanos has
like
it.
yeah, we've been wondering for a while now why there was two Infinity Gauntlets.
Right.
You know, so finding out that Odin had just made a fake one, that makes that
To make himself feel better. Like, yeah, no one's gonna find this, right?
Oh, and then we discovered that Odin isn't really a good guy.
No, he was a savage murderer.
Yeah, he's terrible.
He just got nice in his old age. You know, I mean, and then like we saw the old paintings and stuff of how Hela apparently had Mjolnir before, which doesn't make a lot of sense since Mjolnir apparently was his.
But Mjolnir
power.
was supposed to have been forged for Thor.
Yeah.
You know, so
that was a lie. All that was a lie.
Yeah.
It was a weapon that was just really dope that he then sealed Thor's power into when Thor became a problem.
Yeah.
You know, and then I thought it was really cool when Loki and Thor had that chance to talk to Odin before he died. You know, and I like how they still refer to Loki as his son even though after all that happened and stuff. And he's like, hey, I'm not mad. Just going to be with your mom. Peace.
Yeah, Thor keeps calling him brother. Right. I mean, like, because they grew up together, and for thousands of years. I mean, they're immortal.
Yeah.
So it's not like you betraying me 5 days ago or 5 years ago changed all 20,000 years of history.
And I like how I like how Loki. I think Loki's starting to realize that Thor really does care for him. He's like, brother, I cried for you, like, and you're here. And then he told that one story about, hey, this is one time we were younger where Loki turned into a snake, and like he knew I love snakes, and so which is funny because the Midgard serpent's gonna kill him probably one day. But then I picked it up, and then he turned back into his regular self and stabbed me, and everyone's like, that sounds horrible, and Loki's laughing. It's like that. He just stabbed me right away. Like I was like, how was that a fond memory for you guys?
They're Asgardians.
Yeah, he stabbed you.
But I mean, over and over again, this movie had some really, really funny parts. It had some really, really good parts. It even had a couple of touching parts.
Right.
But
I love Thor trying to use Black Widow's thing. The sun's getting real low.
Especially when it's using a banner, and Banner's like, "Why do you keep saying that?" But oh man, and then when he was walking around New York and those people were like, Jane Foster broke up with you. He was like, no, actually, I broke up with her. It was a mutual breaking.
They gotta start. I want to see what happened because they've been referencing that for 2 movies now, and I want to see what actually happened.
But we'll never see it though.
Yeah, probably
because
not. She's not in the movie anymore.
Yeah, Natalie Portman's also now like 4 years older than that. So I mean, you could show it, but yeah, technically she would not look right.
And I think what's going to happen is after the ending credit scene when we saw that ship. I think whatever's going to happen in that moment is going to be what sends Thor flying into the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, it's definitely what's going to send the Hulk.
Well, yeah, Hulk's going to end up somewhere crazy and then come back all
Armored up
insane,
and ready to take over the world.
right? I don't know. Loki will probably be fine because he'll be like, "Hey Thanos, I bought your Tesseract. We good?" And you know what? I could see Loki after what's happened so far. I think Loki would make a deal with Thanos to at least keep the people of Asgard safe.
Yeah,
Probably in cages, but he's like, "Hey, don't kill them."
he probably keep them in cages on the planet on the Sakaar.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like let me just keep them as gladiators, and you don't kill them all.
Right.
Speaking of which, okay. So we both agreed on this. We've said it before, but I want to say this to the listeners. Okay, if the entire universe is in danger from one person based on one weapon or one key or whatever, and the only thing standing between it is my knowledge,
Right.
and then they say, I'm going to torture somebody you care about until you give me that thing, that person has to be tortured.
Yeah. Like, because there's a point where Hela is basically threatening to kill somebody at random unless someone tells her where Heimdall is with the sword. The sword that lets her go to all the realms. And they're going to kill this one lady, and this dude comes to like, I'll tell you where they are. I'll tell you where they are. And I'm sitting there like, you understand that once she gets the sword, you're all going to die.
Everybody's gonna die.
You're all, everyone, all realms, all 9 of them, and then more because she said there's more realms out there.
Mm-hmm.
You're
The
all
9 was
dying.
just the ones that Odin conquered.
Right. Yeah, you're all gonna die.
Yeah, and so I'm like sitting there, and we agree on this. If you know that everything dies, because you're not a hero,
Right.
and they don't know where Thor is, so it's not like they thought he was coming to save the day. So what you did was, for the life of this one person, and I'm not even really sure he knows her.
Right.
For the life of this one person, he gave up everybody.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Because he's not dedicated to the cause. Thankfully, Heimdall can see everything. Which, by the way, I loved Action Heimdall. Their last ditch effort to make sure that he doesn't become Jon Stewart.
Did you notice how he didn't talk like Heimdall in this movie?
No, he talked like Jon Stewart.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, well, I'm no longer speaking in King James English. I'm speaking Action Man here.
Right.
So,
and like seriously, like when he showed up, I'm like, oh hey, look, it's Jon Stewart.
actually, the first time I looked at him, I thought of what's
Bishop?
his name? Bishop. Yeah,
Yeah, because
from
dreads.
X-Men.
Because of dreads. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks just like Bishop.
I thought that too, but I'm like, but I'd rather him be Jon Stewart. Hey, DC, like, buy him out of his contract, please. Because
for
your
real.
movies are because like a league look like it's gonna be dope.
Yeah, and because look, I've read all those interviews and reviews, the ones that say that they can't mention anything, but somehow have managed to slip in that Hal Jordan is in Justice League. I read them.
He is
Supposedly.
at the end.
No, like somewhere in the middle. Like somewhere around the time Superman shows up, so does Hal Jordan.
So the whole no Kryptonian like thing they go show at the same time. He'd be like, "I just said you both weren't here. Oh, I'm embarrassed now. Oh, Darkseid will kill me."
And I got a chance to watch like super slow on the whole Batman looking at the person with the cape waving. It's Supergirl.
Supergirl?
That hologram is definitely of Supergirl. You can actually see her.
I was thinking that he would find another Kryptonian, and we've already had the pod be open
Yeah,
in that ship, so we know she's in the planet.
she's
so
yeah. We know she's walking around somewhere.
hopefully she's hotter and better than the TV Supergirl.
TV Supergirl's not hot.
No, she's not hot, but her show's terrible, which makes her less hot for being on it.
But this last episode of Supergirl, and I know we're talking about Thor.
No, they're all bad.
This last
all
episode of
bad.
Supergirl was actually pretty good.
No, it wasn't.
You know, some guy who was saved by Supergirl found a crystal or Rao and decided she was a goddess
Nah,
and was trying to convince her she was
terrible.
a goddess.
the whole thing was bad.
You haven't even seen it.
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So he's trying to convince her that she's a
Terrible.
goddess.
It was awful. Anyways, Thor. But yeah, it was a really good movie. They found the formula, put Thor and Hulk in something, and then it'll make money.
And also, it didn't follow those same beats every Marvel movie's been following. You're like, I mean, yeah, you got sort of the same. Here's the problem. Here's the team up. Here's the solution. But it was it was just different enough that you didn't feel like you were watching the same movie with a different character this time.
Mm.
Like the last few Marvel movies, with the exception of the last couple of Captain America movies, you get over it. Captain America is an outlier to pretty much everything. The Captain
Right.
America movies are just awesome.
Because Captain America is America.
Yeah, the Captain America movies are awesome. But if you take those out and you look at every other Marvel movie, they've all sort of laid out the exact same way. I mean, from beginning to how the people are introduced, however many people are introduced, the problem, the fight between the members, eventually they team up together and they save the world. It's all laid out the exact same way.
Right.
So with this one, it didn't work that way. I mean, it had some of the same feel, but it was actually laid out in such a way that you still got a few surprises along the way.
Right.
And the surprises, when everything has been the same thus far, surprises are amazing.
Right. No, yeah, it was definitely a good movie. You guys definitely need to go see it. And it just makes me really excited for Black Panther. It's going to be a good movie.
Black Panther's gonna be great.
It's going to be so black. It's going to be the blackest thing. It's going to be blacker than you.
There's nothing blacker than me.
Black Panther's going to be blacker than you.
Hey,
It's going to be called Blackest Panther.
dude who's playing Black Panther is like, I think, legitimately the blackest man on the planet now.
Yeah, because he's been everybody black who's important.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, but anyways, guys, yeah, that was Thor. Let us know down below what you guys thought of it. I'll be doing another video about the SCGMC, the Gundam contest I went to this weekend, which will be pretty cool. And we will be doing more videos. We promise. We promise. But the whole working at Starburns thing.
Yeah, and we have a few other things going on. This has been an amazing year.
It is. In fact, I'll be in New York in about a week and a half for Anime NYC, where they're going to be showing the Gundam Thunderbolt new movie, the Bandit Flower with the concert, and also the Full Metal Alchemist live action movie will be debuting there too. So if any of you guys happen to be out at Anime NYC, come see me at booth 526, the Bluefin booth. I will be there all weekend, going to different panels and bringing Gunpla and love everywhere, because as you know, Gunpla is freedom. And yeah, so guys, just subscribe and keep following us. But until next time, we've been your host, Kirby Kid.
And Black Superman.
See you later, guys.